Hey guys, this is Jenna with Hill Valley Farm, and I'm here today to give you the final update of our kidding season for 2023. So let's get started. On May 30th, 2023, this little lady, Vista Oaks, that's what she said, freshened. I think this is her fourth freshening. And here are two of her kids right here. I don't know where that third one is. He's around here somewhere. So she first had this little buckling, and he's buckskin, real flashy, with some frosting on him. Then she had this sweet little doeling, super flashy, beautiful, lots of white on her. She's just so beautiful. And she also had, so buckling, doeling, and then she had another buckling. Everyone's being lazy in here, and that's him. He is black and white, and he is polled. And the other two had to be disbudded, but they are doing fabulous. Hello, Daisy. Yes. So Caden went ahead and named these guys because Sheila is his goat. So that over there next to Sheila is French Fry. This little doe that Dicey is not being very friendly to is Hill Valley Dancing Daisy. And this guy right here is Hill Valley Carlos Santana. And he, like I said, is polled. I don't even know what is going on right here. Butternut. Butternut's available if anyone's looking for a really nice doeling. So that's Sheila. Sheila popped them out one right after the other. It wasn't hard at all. It was a great textbook delivery. No issues. Everyone did really, really well. So we're so excited about that. Now, French Fry is actually available. I'm actually selling him as a pet, so like a weather pet. So he's available as a pet. The other buckling, he is available as a buckling. And Daisy is being retained because Caden wanted a doe really badly out of Miss Sheila here. So Daisy is being retained. And those kids are sired by our legend, which is Blessings at HT. Legends are made. So it was a really good breeding. I'm very, very happy with these kids. So let's keep going. And on June 1st, 2023, Rolling Meadows J. Mary Mercy gave birth to triplets as well. The one that's right in front of her, that is Hill Valley Mercy's Grace. And the one in front of Grace is Hill Valley Mercy's Clemency. She looks like she's got a milk mustache. It's super cute. So she had two does. Both are, let's see, Grace is polled and Clemency has been disbudded. And she had this guy, and he is super sweet. This is Hill Valley Dapper Dan. And he is polled, and he is a sweetheart. He always wants food. He's very food driven, as you can see right there. And this is Clemency. She's so sweet. Well, and Grace too. They are super, super sweet. Grace has a lot of moon spots on her, and Clemency, I think, has one. It's like, you know, moon spots cannot be white. And so, I'm trying to show you. I think she's got one right back there on her right hip. It's really hard to see because she's so friendly. Yeah. She wants to see right there on her little hip. So, I think she's got one. He is a light buckskin. Clearly, Archimedes throws this because Primrose Hill, M. Archimedes Star B, is their sire. So, because he looks like Betty, it kind of cracks us up. Faylene's daughter. He's a miniature Betty, except, well, he's a boy. So she did really good. We were super happy to finally have the whole 2 buck 1 doe ratio broken. That was good. Mercy, it was just seemed like a really long delivery. She didn't have any problems. I did have to pull them, but I mean, it wasn't because they were stuck or she was having issues. It was just taking so long, and I just don't like it when that happens. I know that they can get stressed, and I don't really think that's a good thing, and so we just try to help them along when we can, and I did. But everyone is healthy, no problems at all. She's been doing excellent with them. Her milk production, as always, is fabulous. And so Miss Grace here was sold to someone on reservation list, and Mr. Dapper Dan and Miss Clemency are both available, and they are really growing out very nicely. You can see the width here on Clemency. They're really nice kids, sweet kids too, so very friendly. They each love the bottle. So that was Mercy. On June 12th, 2023, Hill Valley Isabella freshened with triplets, and she decided to go back to the old ratio of 2 bucks and a doe. And so she had 2 lovely little bucklings and 1 very lovely doeling that I'm actually looking for now. I'll go find them. Okay, I found them. They're resting right there. So the one in the back, the black and white one, or the frosted one, we say the Gloria looking one, because here's Gloria, which is actually Isabella's sister. She's got blue eyes and everything, and she's disbudded. That is the doeling, and she has been disbudded, is blue-eyed, and her name is Hill Valley Karmic Storm, pending ADGA registration. And it is excessively hard to tell the difference between those 2 boys. They look very, very much alike. They're both blue-eyed, but one has more roaning gold on his back, and that's the one that's up front, in front of them all, so all the way to the left. So we are actually going to name him Hill Valley Hiram Ulysses, or Ulysses, however you want to say it, because he reminds me so much of his grandsire, Hiram. And the one in the middle there is Hill Valley Simba, because he just reminds me of Simba from The Lion King. So that's what they are. All of them are available. There's someone talking to me literally as we speak on Karmic Storm there, the doe. And so, but let me back up. On the boys, I'm holding on to Hiram for now, mainly because I have something I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about a little later, because I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go in, and it kind of determines, the show season determines what buckling I keep that has blue eyes this year. So anyways, so that's the 3 that Isabella had. Isabella did wonderfully. I mean, she's a dream anyways. I love this girl. I love her power. I love her width. I love her udder. It's just really, and she's not even full. She's got 3 kids on her, so she's not full right there. But her udder, this is her 2F year, is really looking like it's got a lot of width to it, and so I'm excessively excited about her. So that is Miss Isabella. So the last and final girl to kid out this year was, of course, one of the ones that I had most people on for reservation. And that is Hill Valley, or the Sea to Skye. Skye had beautiful triplets for us on, let's see, June 20th, 2023. This year she is a 2F, and she's just being a pro at being a mama. I had strongly considered pulling and bottle feeding Isabella and Skye's kids, just because, when show season, we're in some part of the show season, but we've not hit like the big shows, real big shows yet, but we're going to very soon. And then you got to take the babies with you, and you have to figure out bottle feeding and all that. So it's going to be something new for us. And so far, you know, the ones that I would have to take, all take a bottle, except these guys. They have not taken a bottle yet. But I don't know, just because she's so good and she loves her baby so much, I just couldn't pull them this year. So I introduced to you the first one that was born is this little girl, and this is Hill Valley Lavender Rain, and she is actually going to a home in Knoxville. They were on reservation for this girl for quite some time. I'm trying to show. She's very friendly. And so they are so excited about her. She is blue-eyed. She looks very, very much like Skye. She's got these black socks that are just beautiful. And she also reminds me of her late grandam, Little Mountain Paper Moonflower. She was a permanent grand champion. They love their chins rubbed, and she loves it. So you can see the length on this girl and the rumps. Oh my. I mean, they're just wonderful. So that is Rain. The next one that was born was this beautiful flashy girl. And she's black and white with blue eyes, and she's gorgeous. And her name is Hill Valley Highland Thistle, and we're calling her Thistle, and she is being retained. So she will stay here with us for some time, and we want to grow her out and see how she does and all the things. And so Miss Thistle will be disbudded, but she's just so healthy. She's actually the biggest one of them all. And this guy, this is Hill Valley. I'm not sure yet. I think it's going to be Hill Valley McLeod, and we're going to call him Mac, but I'm not quite positive yet. And so he is super flashy. Again, they're friendly. It's hard for me to get a really good image of them, but see, and I'm proud. But he has blue eyes, and he is super, super flashy, and he's just gorgeous. And of course, I mean, they all have the personality of their sire and their dam, which is just pure sweetness. Legend is just the friendliest guy, and Skye has always been an in-your-pocket goat. So, and I will add that both the sire and the dam were dam raised. So just because they're dam raised does not necessarily mean they're not friendly. I know there's just a lot of people out there that say that, and it's just, for us, it's just not true. They're always so all over us. They're like little puppy dogs. I mean, you can see, I mean, I've not even given them a bottle yet, and they're just so friendly. But we have a lot to do with them. Okay, so you can see him here on one of his sides, and he's just gorgeous. I love him. So, and she's pawing at me. You are only like a week old and pawing at me already because you want attention. So they are doing so well. I still have them in here for other reasons I'll go over in just a second, but I just wanted you guys to meet some of the newest members of our herd, and ones that are available and ones that will also go on to live in other herds that will hopefully make us super, super proud. So all in all, we ended up having 40 kids total here at Hill Valley Farm. And 26 of those kids were bucklings. We had a very interesting year. It has been one that I think we have learned probably the most we've ever learned. So we bred 14 does, and anyone that follows us on Facebook, you've probably read my recap of the kidding year, but we bred 14 does, and 13 of those does freshened. Obviously, we lost one, which was Corey's Fancy Karma, and her 3 bucklings. And so if you count those bucklings, which we really should, that would be 43 total kids and 29 bucklings, and the rest were does. And so that's pretty darn good. I'm not like over the moon about our buck to doe ratio, but I know it could be a lot worse. And I know other farms have had it a lot worse. I also know that, you know, we didn't have any stillborns. We didn't have any mummified kids. You know, we think of all of them. We had to put one down for crazy reason. But we've had a broken leg, and she seems to be doing okay as of right now, but she's still healing, and I don't really know, you know. So it's just been a wild and crazy year. Along with that, this week we have actually been struggling with a respiratory sickness, illness that has come, and I don't think they caught it anywhere, because Skye is actually one of the ones that has it, whatever. And we've not been to a show in a few weeks, so I know it's not that. It's this crazy weather. And that's why, you know, we as goat breeders, anyone that owns a herd of goats, we hate it when the weather goes from, like, even in the 60s to the 90s. The temperature swings will get you almost every time with something, never fails. We had an entire week of rain, which we needed the rain really bad, and we are so grateful and thankful for the rain. However, when we have a week solid of rain and the goats don't go out at all, and they're in the barn and the temp swings, and then you have these respiratory things that pop up, and they're contagious, and they're all in the barn together because it's raining, you know. So it's a domino effect. So we've had several of our herd members come down with this respiratory stuff, and we've treated, and they're getting better. We've not lost anyone, but Skye is actually one of the ones that had this respiratory illness. And I just feel like if I put her out right now, she's on day 2 after being treated. She looks really good now. She's not coughing like she was. And she doesn't have the stuff coming out of her nose anymore. So I feel like she's close to being able to go out with the herd. I just want to be careful. You know, we give them vitamins. She's been treated. She's continually taking vitamins, but I just want to make sure that she's not contagious, because when I let her out there, she's not been out with that herd for over a week now, and they're going to have to sort through the whole herd again. And that means that everyone will be in everyone else's faces and headbutting around each other, and that's just kind of, I don't like them being in that close proximity if we've still got some respiratory issue going on. So we're waiting a couple more days to see how everyone is. I'll probably put her in the kid area and let her at least go outside, because that's what we made it for, you know. But I've had other things going on over there, so so I'm finally able to put her over there and let her be outside for a little bit. But so, sweet little thistle here, so sweet. But so that's what's been going on. It's not for lack of trying. Every time I think of doing a video, I either A, don't have my phone, or B, can't find everyone. And so, because, you know, they're everywhere, or we're just busy, and we're keeping, you know, we keep tabs of weights for the kids. It's really important, because you gotta know, you know, we're with them every day. We see them every day. I can't say, oh yeah, she looks like she's gained weight. I can't do that. You know, you gotta have a scale for that. And so we keep tabs on their weights. With this respiratory thing, it has, you know, we keep everything clean and disinfected, but at the same time, this is every single feeding, every single time. We have to disinfect in between. And when we're milking 11 girls, that's difficult, you know, so it's added one more big thing that we have to do. And so we've got it figured out, we've got it down to a science. But it's still, again, the disinfecting is just one more thing we have to do during our chore time. So, but we're just grateful for healthy kids, active kids, healthy mamas, and just to be done with kidding season. We love kidding season. It's so fun, but it has been a long one. We went from January 7th to June 20th. And that's a long time to have, you know, kids and expectant mothers and all this, and just make sure that they're getting all the things that they need. I do like that it was split up. Someone asked me recently, will you go back to everyone kids out at the same time, or are you going to probably spread it out? And I really like spreading it out. And this is the main reason. When I sign up for shows, I don't have all my kids in March, and I have to pick just two because it's me and Kaden going to these shows, and we're the only handlers. And, you know, I don't like really taking more than we can handle because I can't promise that I'll have a handler. And I don't want to pay for a kid that I can't have handled, you know. So, to be in that show, multiple rings. So I love it because I have Callie, who was born in February. I have Diamond and Elk, who was born in March. And I have Betty, who's born in April. And then I have a few kids to pick from that were born now in May and June. And so it's great. So we have definitely learned that we like having juniors at different ages, and it just allows us to be able to get in the ring more with our juniors. And while juniors aren't necessarily fun to show, it's really good getting the future of your herd out there and seeing how they can do. And we've done very well in the ring with our juniors this year, just so far. And we've done what, 3 shows, and it's been really, really good. So but yeah, we've done well. So that's the big update that I have with that. We have 3 doelings available as of now, and we have several bucklings, I don't even know how many, available. And very, very soon, as soon as she's ready to be out, I'm probably going to move the ones that are available over to the kid area, the bucklings, and they will reside over there until they're sold. That way my bucks can just, you know, be my bucks, and it's not an overcrowded mess over there, which it's not overcrowded right now, but I don't want it to get that way. So if you need a buckling, or you need a wether, or you know, anything, just let me know. I've got several. I have actually sold a couple. One of them was Jack. I sold him as a wether, just because, you know, I wanted him to go as a buck, but at the end of the day, I got to be able to pay for feed and hay and not have to feed so many. And so I sold him as a wether. He went to a fabulous pet home with one of his buddies that he likes to lay around with. And so it was a good thing. It was a good mix. And so, but I may be doing more of that because I cannot keep all these bucks. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Skye appreciates it, I know. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell and give us a thumbs up because it helps us more than you know. Until next time, thank you so much again for watching, and we hope you guys have an awesome goat-filled day.